Hey YouTube, welcome back to the channel. It's Lady of the House. How's everybody enjoying their fall? The weather is pretty good here now that it's cooled off, but I want to say it actually may have cooled off just a little bit too much for my taste. Now I love my fall, but you can hear the wind blowing through the trees out there. That sounds like winter to me and not fall. But anyway, so in today's video, I am going to be making a sausage spinach soup, and I am going to be making a spinach and tortellini soup. And I like making both of these recipes at the same time because one, it gives my family options to choose from when it comes to eating. Two, it keeps me from having to cook for a while, at least a couple of days. That way I can get other things done. And three, they share similar ingredients. So why not go ahead and make both of them at the same time? So for the spinach and potato soup, I'm going to be using some mild Italian sausage. I have 1 onion already diced up. Some potatoes. These are 3 large potatoes. I usually use the red potatoes, but this is what I had on hand, so I'm going to go ahead and use the white potatoes. I have some chicken broth, and that's going to be 5 cups. Some red pepper, some bay leaves, some black pepper, some salt, and some olive oil and some garlic. And for the tortellini soup, I'm going to be using some hot peppers. They're Italian sausage. 1 onion already chopped. Some beef broth. I got this beef broth from the Dollar Tree. If you've ever used this brand before, let me know what it's like. I'm going to go ahead and use it because it was only $1, but let me know if you like it or not. Okay, some salt and some sweet basil, which I'm going to be adding to both dishes. And this is the sweet basil that it looks like this because I had it frozen and it's kind of thawing out now. But it still gives you the same taste as if you had dried it. And some 3 cheese tortellini that I got from Aldi's. So the first thing you're going to do is get you about a tablespoonful of olive oil. And you're going to pour that into your pan. And that's for both pans, so you'll need a tablespoonful of olive oil in both pans. And I'm using, let me see if I can show you the pot that I'm using. So I'm using these pots right here. This is just like your regular size pot. Sorry, and this one is a little bigger. And that's only because I don't have a smaller pot and I didn't want to use 2 big pots. So anyway, yeah. So you're going to let your oil heat up. And once your oil heats up, you're going to go ahead and add your meat. So you're going to add your Italian sausage to the pots. And once your meat cooks up and becomes done, you're going to go ahead and add your onions in. And you're going to cook them until they're almost translucent. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'll be back. Okay guys, so this pot is ready. So I'm going to add my crushed tomatoes, and this is the tortellini one. So I'm going to add my crushed tomatoes. And I'm sorry if I forgot to mention that. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my 32 ounces of beef broth. Okay, and then I'm just going to let this cook for a minute while I tend to my other meal. Fresh spoon. This is finished, so I'm going to go ahead and add this is what? 4. Okay, and 5 cups of chicken broth to this one, and I got the College Inn. I don't know if you guys have it, but we sell it at one of the stores out here, and I got them 3 for $1. So you would actually need like 3 cans. If you're going to use the canned chicken broth, you'll need 3 cans of those. Okay, so I'm just going to add my basil, my salt, and my pepper. And I'm going to bring this to a boil on a medium to low heat for about 30 minutes. And when I'm finished with this one, I'll come back. Okay, so I've added my basil, whatever. I've cleaned up all my seasonings, so I'm not sure what it was. But I've added all my seasonings to this pot. And I'm just going to let that simmer for about 30 minutes. And then I'll add the tortellini to it. And I will also add the spinach to it. I'm going to let the ones with the potatoes in it cook until the potatoes are tender. Then I'm going to add the, you can add heavy whipping cream to it, but I prefer to use half and half because my household is lactose intolerant. So we use half and half, and then I'll add the spinach to that as well. And I'll let you guys see what it looks like. So again, I'm cooking these meals also too because hubby is home today from work with the beginnings of a cold, and I just want him to have something that'll fill him up, that'll keep him warm, something that'll make him feel good, you know. And also he can take either one of these soups back and forth to work with him because he's used to taking sandwiches and lunch meat, and it's time out for all of that. He needs something hearty and good, something to stick to his ribs. And if he happen to fall asleep after he eats this, that's on him. But yeah, so I will be back in about, well, it'll be no time for you, but for me it'll be about 30 minutes. All right. Okay, so I've added the tortellini to this pot, and it is cooking up well. And they should be done in another 2 minutes. The great thing about tortellini is you don't have to let them cook for a long time. And this one is going to be ready for the spinach in a moment. And this one, the potatoes are almost tender, and it'll be ready for the half and half and the spinach in just a moment. But I think I'm ready to go ahead and add the spinach to this one. So I bought 1 bag of spinach, and I'm going to split it between the 2 meals. So each one is going to get a half a bag of spinach. And this is a great way, guys, to, sorry for the rustling, to save on, like I said, on cost as well, because both of these meals basically have the same type of ingredients in them. But again, like I said, you're going to get two completely different tastes from it. And I'm using the curly leaf spinach. Just going to break it up a little bit in here. Get rid of some of these stems. And I may not even need the whole bag for both of them. This is some good looking spinach. Trying to make sure I don't get any of the stems in there. Nobody want to be choking on that. Alright, so I'm going to finish this process, let it cook up some more, and the next time I come back, I will be tasting this for you guys. Alright, so let me know if this is something that you'd be interested in doing so you can save time in the kitchen. And now tomorrow, I can focus on my crafts. I don't have to cook because I have two, not one, but two delicious soups going. So that'll give me more time to do my crafts. Yay! Alright guys.